My name is Eric Benjamin Sele. I'm the pastor care at Students International here in the Dominican Republic. Staff care at Students International in Jarabacoa, Dominican Republic. And today, I'm going to have an amazing conversation with one of our, how do you call it, students, participants that are coming all the way from California. His name is Marcos, and he is amazing, and you're gonna hear an amazing talk. So stay there. Dun, 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 dun. Marcos!
Hey Benjamin,
Hey, give me 535. Good to see you.
good to see you as well.
Man, California, how is life in California?
It's beautiful. I know. It's a lot of people's dream, so I mean, it's great that I get to live it out every day. So
Wow, what a blessed guy. So, Marcus, first thing, I just want to dive into our conversation today, and I want you to be like an ambassador of a Gen Z. That's how I see you. Marcus, the ambassador. And Marcus, what's something that is exciting, and it's good, and it's your favorite, or could be the favorite of somebody your age right now in the United States?
I'd say more specifically, something that's most exciting is probably the freedom of being a teenager. Yes, a lot of other players or places have freedom, but I think most specifically in the United States, being able to go wherever you want and do whatever you want is just something that intrigues me and is very exciting to me, because you just get to do what you like to do and when you like to do it. So it's just super fun knowing that you want to go to the mall, you can go to the mall, you can buy what you want, and you don't have any restrictions on where you can go, and you can just go out and have a fun any other day. So, yeah.
And then what would be a challenge or a really exhausting situation for a teen in the United States right now?
I'd say right now, the biggest problem, at least in my opinion, would probably be mental health. To explain more about that, I'd say mental health being deteriorated because of the education system.
Okay.
I feel like society as a whole has kind of painted a picture that you don't go to school and you don't get perfect grades and you go to the best college, you're going to struggle throughout the rest of your life. And I think me myself as well struggle with mental health when it comes to like every day schoolwork or like tests. There's just a constant stress of if I don't get 100% on this test or if I don't do good on this assignment, then my whole future became debris. Wow, yeah.
That's stressful
It is stressful.
because you feel like even though you have all this freedom, all this access to resources, at the same time, it feels like in the daily basis, you're fighting for your life.
Yeah. I'd say it's nothing compared to what other people have to go through. Not even just here, but throughout the world. But I'd say in America, it is one of the biggest struggles that we don't put as much light on, I think, as much as we should. But yeah, it's definitely a big call, and I think we definitely need to start taking mental health more seriously, especially in the States.
Wait, I have another question for you, Marcos. Why do you think the students in the United States are struggling with loneliness and with, even though they're surrounded by people, they have access to social media, but still they feel connected yet lonely? Why?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. To answer, I'd say that despite having social media, despite having the freedom to go out and do whatever you want, there could also be a downside to it. And what I mean by that is, yeah, social media is great, but in some ways it can be seen as hurtful. Like, you go out and you see your friends having a bunch of fun, but then find out they didn't invite you. Or you get to see someone living a life that you dreamt of, but you don't get the experience. Like, that can some sort create of like a sense of loneliness and a sense of like you being by yourself. I feel like it is pretty common nowadays because social media is so popular. So yeah, I think a big reason to why people can still feel loneliness despite freedom, social media, all the things that America has, I think a big part of it is that social media at times can be actually hurting to us.
If Jesus were a teenager living nowadays, what would be like his reaction to some of those things, and how do you think he will interact, he will engage? Imagine, just let your imagination flow a little bit.
I think me personally, I can imagine him going about the people and kind of handling it about the same way the people in the Dominican Republic
Okay,
handle it.
I love it.
So
I
yeah,
love it.
welcome with open arms and greeting people no matter who they are, no matter if he's met them or not before.
Hi, my name is Jesus of Nazareth.
Exactly. Like being very welcoming and being very like friendly is a thing that I could imagine would happen.
Friendly Jesus.
Exactly.
I like it.
Exactly.
I like it. I like it.
So yeah, I think when I think about that, I think very similar to what people act like here. So yeah, things like that.
Well, after you have been experiencing this trip, what do you perceive or believe Jesus might be teaching you throughout this opportunity? Maybe in the readings that you have been doing in the morning, or I don't know, maybe in the conversations you had over dinner here, or as you have gone to different communities, or you are in your cabins with your classmates. So what have you perceived he is teaching you, perhaps where he's calling you? Yeah, I know that you have a love for art and media and so forth. Is there anything that you have? Is there a vision that you're trying to catch, that Jesus is trying to lead you to during this trip?
Yeah, I think most specifically, I think just showing and using my gifts to help benefit and change other people's lives. It can be very simple or seem very simple to just take a picture, and like everyone thinks that they can do it, but I think just the cool part of it is using that gift to capture moments that, yes, you can see them with your own eyes, but saving it forever and being able to put it up on your wall in your home, or just being able to look at that moment that you have had in the past is something that I want to be able to do in the future. And I want to be able to capture people's special moments and just being able to, like, I don't know, I think it's really special to see something on a wall that you took pictures of and knowing that it could change someone else's life.
Yeah. In fact, what you saying is something that in the scripture, in the Old Testament, we see the Lord inviting the people to remember. Back in the days, they didn't have cameras. Otherwise, I think we will have videos of the Red Sea and Moses like, hey, let me take a selfie here. Moses might do that. But the Lord always has been telling people, remember. And what's your last message for perhaps people your age who are considering to come on a trip like this? And why should they come? Why should they do that? Why?
I think people who are thinking of coming to the Dominican Republic to serve, I think you should come just to meet new people, try new things, and just be able to see a different world and how people get to live here. I think it's a very cool thing to see and to just experience, because it might not be like that at the place you come from, but here in the Dominican Republic, it's very special because you don't get to experience that every day. And just being able to see new things, it's very heartwarming, just being able to see people who just welcome you with open arms, no matter where you come from, is something that you don't get to see everywhere else.
Marcus, tell us just a little bit about your reflection on the ladies that we met, that they are in their 70s and almost 80s, and they have never gone to the ocean, never go to the beach, never, like the farthest they have ever driven, it's like 100 miles in their whole life. How do you react to it? And
it was very surprising. It was very surprising, but at the same time, it made me realize that I'm very blessed to do what I have done in the past and go to the places where I've gone to, because it was very foreign to me to hear that the farthest these people have gone is like an hour and a half from their home. And what we think, oh, it's just an hour and a half trip to the beach at home, is something that that's the most they've ever done in their life.
Yeah.
And just to hear that some people here haven't got to experience the beach or got to experience the water here in Dominican Republic, it was definitely eye-opening to me. And it definitely made me feel more grateful for what I experience, what I have, because I think I take a little bit of my experiences for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's cool to drive an hour and a half to the beach, but that's someone's dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's someone like
Living in California.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
what I get to do daily and what I get to experience daily is something that some people couldn't even imagine of doing. And I think just being more grateful for those things is something that I want to work on and I want to be more focused on, be more intentional about. So yeah.
Wow. So here's what I'm going to tell you, and I want to tell the Gen Z community. The question now is, what are you going to do with all the resources, with all the connections, with all the opportunities you have in front of you? And my challenge to you, my charge is this: to find a problem that you believe somehow God is leading you to, with the help of your mentors and people who cares about you, your parents, your uncles, and those people that care about you, those precious people that you have. And just commit yourself to be part of the solution to that problem for a season of your life. As you're pursuing a career, like Marcus is thinking about a career in media, it's about thinking, what problem will I solve? Will I get the training and the education I need? And will I make a difference in the world for my neighbors? And I think that when we invite that mindset to be about serving others, serving my neighbor, doing it well for the glory of God, I think that we encounter strangers, we learn about their stories, and we become friends with those strangers. And great things happen when we are in community.